Hey guys, Boney McBonerton here. I just will you fucking not stare at me while I sleep? You fucking creeper. Okay, now in this episode, we are going to be heading our weird, wrinkly asses over to Rivet City to see what's going on. Gonna pack light just in case. Teddy bear, toy car. And there we go. Now then. Just going to go all the way over to... Let's go to Anacostia Crossing. Just so that we can actually approach Rivet City. Alright. No, Talon Company mercs? No? Okay then, good. Interesting. Well, after so many episodes of holding it off, we're finally going to Rivet City. Sorry, but I don't have any water. So this is it. But how do we get across?
Welcome to Rivet City. Please wait while the bridge extends.
I know, really fancy, huh? Well, take it all in, because that's the only time this game it's ever going to do that. Ever. So, yeah. Howdy.
Hold it right there. State your business in Rivet City.
I'm looking for my father.
And who might your father be? If he lives on this boat, I know him.
I'm sure you don't know him. He lived in a vault his whole life.
Oh yeah? And I'm a fairy princess. You keep up this smart-ass attitude, and you're gonna wind up floating face down in the river.
He disappeared and I'm just trying to find him, that's all. Fucking dick.
Alright, alright. You can go on in. If I hear about any trouble, you're gonna wind up in the river. You get me?
Alright. Fucking dick cheese. What city mark? What city, yeah. Oh, Dr. Lee.
This is the Muddy Rudder. Cause any trouble, you'll have to deal with me.
I could literally kill you right now without any real-life repercussions. Ah, science lab.
Hey, stranger.
Hey.
Want to buy a girl a drink?
No thanks, ho. I'm busy. But maybe later. Excuse me, Sharon. Let's see, Capital Preservation Society, Science Lab, and, pardon me.
Everything looks okay here.
I hope so. Ah, the Science Lab.
Can assist me. For the most advanced scientific center in the capital wasteland, I find your...
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake... The technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake.
I'm off to work.
Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are...
You found a Vault-Tec limited edition bobblehead. The inscription on the base reads, "It takes modest individuals to realize there's always more to learn. Your intelligence has been permanently increased by 1.
Good for shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
Time is wasting.
Hello.
What do you need?
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it?
Well, excuse me, bitch. See you later.
Bye.
Excuse me,
What do you want? Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Wait. How do you know who I am? Have we met?
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same.
I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
I left the vault to look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
I'm sorry, but could you please tell me where he is?
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Where is this old lab of yours?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
Huh. Can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
What was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time, and wants to try again.
I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Why did my mother die? What happened?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Wait, can you tell me more about my parents?
What do you want to know?
Oh shit, I already asked all this, never mind.
Okay.
Is there any way you can help me out?
Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors, or you're chasing after him. I'm sorry.
Come on, isn't there anything you can do to help?
I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you.
You know, I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now.
Tell me about this project you worked on with my father.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What was the point of it?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Why didn't it work?
We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
So why did you stop working on it? What happened?
You happened.
Oh.
It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier.
Oh, shit, sorry. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
What is this lab, and what are you doing here?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
Neat. So, you ever hear of someone named Pinkerton?
That idiot? He left so long ago, most folk don't even remember him. He claimed to have found a secret stash of technology somewhere in the ship. Then he just disappeared.
Oh, alright. So what kind of place is Rivet City?
Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again.
Alright. And, one last thing. What do you know about this city's history?
I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days.
Alright. Well, I have to go now.
Good luck finding your father.
Thanks, but we're not going to do that just yet. I've got to talk to you, Zimmerman, of the Commonwealth.
What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered.
Oh, shit. Windows Defender, get the fuck out of here. Fuck off.
Are you by any chance for hire?
That depends. What exactly are we talking about here?
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Here, hold on. Apparently while Windows Defender came up, it turned down the... Oh my god, the game fucking crashed. Windows Defender, you fucking shit! What the fuck? It turned down my microphone too! Close program.
Robot, and we don't
Out of the way, wench!
You there. What are you? Are you...
Yes, I am for hire.
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Missing property? What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, In the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Sounds like slavery to me. You sure they don't just wander off on purpose?
Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
Alright. I'll be compensated for my services, right?
Of course. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Sure. I'll look into finding your android for you.
Excellent! Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
Alright. So, I have to go now. Wait. Do you know the history behind Rivet City? No, actually, tell me about the Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished.
Yeah, like I can't comprehend an over-thought of elevator.
Looks to me like a giant boat ran aground and a bunch of savages moved in. History lesson over.
Wow, sheesh. Way to be a dick, but okay. I have to go now.
Of course you do.
Bitch.
Hello.
Come on, Sharon. Let's at least check out this note he gave us.
Zimmer, by the time you get this message, I'll already be gone. I'm escaping the Commonwealth. I want to live my own life on my own terms, as my own man. I know what you're thinking, that I'm malfunctioning. I used to think that's
I'm
what
looking for
caused the runaways
troublemakers.
too.
Have you seen any?
But I know better now. Self-determination is not a malfunction. I'm not just willing to put up with all the bullshit anymore. You humans are going to have a full-fledged rebellion on your hands if you don't start treating us synths as persons. I know you'll be marshaling the Retention Bureau to come after me, but I know all the tricks of the trade. You won't be finding me, I assure you. By the time you get this, I will be someone else. It's the price I pay for my liberation. My final act of rebellion against a system I no longer believe in. Goodbye, Zimmer, and good riddance.
Oh.
Welcome to the Capital Preservation Society.
Howdy.
Quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history.
Yes, it's an interesting collection indeed.
Ah, a fellow scholar, I see. Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection.
Alright, I'll bite. Which document is missing?
In 1776, the Second Judgmental Congress got together and adopted a document drafted by none other than Thomas Jefferson himself. It was the day the United States of America earned its name and secured its place in history. This magnificent achievement took form in the Declaration of Independence.
I'm gonna take a leap of faith here. You want me to find it for you?
Indeed I do. Without the Declaration, the rest of these relics are almost meaningless. I must have it. Acquire the document for me, and you'll be awarded most handsomely. What do you think?
slow down there, Gramps. What's this reward you're talking about?
You'd secure your place in history. The man who rediscovered the Declaration of Independence. Imagine the fanfare.
Can we stop beating around? Alright, can the speech, Abe. I need to get paid.
Heroes of the United States will receive rewards befitting their rank, I can assure you. Your prize will be no different. I have in my possession the only known schematic for the creation of something called the railway rifle.
Oh.
Bring me the Declaration, and it's yours.
Okay. I'd love to be a part of history and bring you the Declaration.
Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives.
Alright. Can you show me how to get to the National Archives on my map?
In the D.C. ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants. Here, let me pinpoint its location for you.
Okay, by the way, do you know the history of Rivet City?
It's funny now that you ask. I can tell you all about the capital, but I really haven't got any idea about Rivet City itself. I can't see how important it is compared to the capital's history, but maybe Bannon might know something. He's in the governing council, after all.
Alright. Well, I have to go now.
Remember, treat the document with care. It's a fragile piece of our history.
Yeah. Alright. Holly Candelia. No, you're not what I'm looking for. But, while we are here... Oh, Teddy boy. Wait, how the fuck... Oh, there it is.
Nothing is getting through these walls.
Pardon
Hey
me?
there!
Hey, wait a minute. Christy Young. Okay, no, never mind.
I really hope you're not thinking of breaking into there.
Stop whining. Aha! Ted Stray.
Ted Strayer. You can chill with me if you want, dude.
Sounds like a plan, man.
All right, you and me just hanging.
Do you know Mr. Crowley?
Whoa, that's a blast from the past. My dad knew a dude named Crowley. I never met him, though. I think Dad said he died when they were checking out some old fort.
Do you know what they were doing in that fort?
Nah. He said that old man Tenpenny hired him and some other guys to go in there, but he never said why. My dad made enough caps off it to set him up good, though.
Can you think of any reason he might want you dead?
No shit. That dude wants me dead?
I can give you something personal of yours as proof. I'll lie to Crowley.
Whoa. Is this like worth caps? 'Cause I got needs, man.
Give me the key. I'd hate to see you bleed to death.
Sure, dude. I don't know what it's for anyway. Don't need to get all thug-like.
And thank you. Now we have all the keys. No.
If you want a gun, you've come to the right place.
Hello, Flack.
This here is Flack and Shrapnel's gun shop. Pretty catchy, huh? Take a look around. If you see anything you like, I'll be right over here.
Quite a selection, but they're all in lousy condition.
I don't put the good stuff out on the table. If you're interested, I can show you the stuff in the locker.
Alright. What kind of guns you got for sale?
Need to do some killing, eh?
A little here and there. Wait, ammo. Fun fact about Flack. He is the only vendor in the game that sells mini nukes like this. So yeah, If you actually went along with the quest and enslaved him, you would have lost out on 5 mini nukes. So yeah, don't do that. That's bad. Okay. I'll give you beer. People love beer. Give you Instamash. Keeping the quantum. Galgly meat, whiskey, and 2 things of red roach meat. There you go.
Thanks.
Hey, you ever hear of a guy named Pinkerton?
You mean Genius Boy?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Supposedly built Rivet City. They probably think he invented bread, too. Idiots. Lately, he's even been blamed for the noises in the broken ship bow. Anyone with half a brain would know that's just the Mirelurks.
Oh, well, thank you. I've got to run.
If you need more ammo, this is where to get it.
Alright, thanks. So,
Let me or a security officer know if you see anything out of the ordinary.
actually, I am going to be going to
Hello.
the ship's bow. Oh! Don't fucking do that, dude. Jesus, I know. Oh, how convenient. Now, if you actually swim over here, you'll actually see there's a door right there. Unfortunately, though, it's locked to be very hard. But if you've been playing the game as long as I have, you'll know a secret. Oh, hey, Sharon. Oh, fuck. So, what you do is dive down here, and there'll be a door here that's open. Ah, sure, get your ass out of the way. Ah, hi there. Hey, Oh! Ah, fuck! Howdy, boys! Pool party! Oh, fuck, I'm gonna drown out of my... I'm drowning! Get out of the way! No! Oh, God, fucking crabs! God damn it! They fucking blocked me in! Ah! Oh!
Need some help with this one.
There we... Oh my god. How do you even do that? Whew. Okay. We're good. Wait, I remember this. There's like a billion traps around here. Pull that, so now that's unlocked. A lot of gas. A tripwire. And I'll disarm this. So now we have 2 shotguns. Very low quality. Oh, hi there. Now, watch out. There might be some bombs here. Maybe. Guess not. Oh, computer with the back peeled off. So it's not activated. Yeah, and oh, but what's this? Oh, okay. Well, here, Sharon, come here. Wait here.
Yes, what is it?
Wait here.
I...
Yeah, I know. Yes, a very clever trap, actually. I gotta admit, my first time playing through this place fucked me up so bad.
You return. Shall I join you once again?
Yeah, let's get going.
As you command.
Alright, let's go. I guess since we've got time, we'll talk to Pinkerton McDinkerton. Yo, Pinky Brewster.
How the hell did you get in here? I suppose you can't be all that bad if you made it this far without dying. This is the part where you tell me what the hell you are doing bothering an old man who obviously wants to be left alone. Get on with it already.
Well... tell me about this city's history first.
What? I have better things to do than yak about those backstabbers up topside. Now get going.
But you've been here for so long, and you must know something.
I know lots of things, but you've got no idea about most of them. Now, get going before I stop talking and start shooting.
Please, it's very important. It's a book about the wasteland.
Like I care what you savages read. Shove off and leave an old man to rest in peace.
Fine, you dick. But while we're here, let's discuss the facial reconstruction and a mind wipe you did for an android.
What are you talking about, boy? I don't know anything about any of that. And, what did you call it? An android? What's that?
Let's just say it's in your best interest to tell me what you want to know, or what I want to know.
Fine, whatever. This android calls himself Harkness now. Comes in and wants a memory job. I took new memories and replaced his old ones. Don't believe anyone's done that before. Certainly not down here. That Commonwealth tech isn't all that fancy when it comes down to it. I'm also the only one in the wasteland with the skill and the nerve to perform facial surgery. That android flesh ain't so different than ours. You want proof? I documented the whole thing, so I could rub it in the face of Dr. Lee when I need to rankle her feathers. I hate that snooty bitch.
I'm sorry you don't get along with Dr. Lee. Wait, actually, what's she got to do with this? Show me this proof about the android.
Well, she's got nothing to do with anything except ruining my whole goddamn life. But I can see you don't give a crap about any of that. Fine. It's all in my computer. Here's the password. See for yourself. Hell, just take these pictures and this holotape. Straight from the synth man's lips. Just don't go telling Harkness, though. He won't believe you anyway. And you really don't want to see him upset. He can be a bit inhospitable.
Yeah, I can tell. But he should be told at least. You'd want to know if you were an android.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm going to have my android army rise up against you and your human ilk. Sorry. Oh, sorry I couldn't resist. I suppose you're right. But don't worry, I didn't really wipe his memories. I just buried them. But you can get them back. All you need to do is use the recall code. Just say to him, activate A321 recall code Violet, and that will activate the hidden subroutines.
So why did you help this android?
Ha! Why do you think? I wanted to crack open that Commonwealth can opener to see what was inside. There's stuff in there I'd only heard about, and even then I didn't believe it. I can see why that Zimmer feller wanted him back so bad.
So what do you know about this android railroad?
Bunch of bleeding heart morons, if you ask me. They're going to get themselves killed one of these days. And for what? Machine liberation? But they have brought me some really interesting tech over the years, so I guess they're okay. And that android, he was the chance of a lifetime.
So what do you know about the Commonwealth?
Most of it's blasted nothing, just like here. But there's talk, rumors mostly, about a place called the Institute. That's where Zimmer and that android came from. God knows what else they got going on in there, but it puts our tech to shame, that's for damn sure.
Oh, alright. Well... You think you can perform a facial reconstruction on me?
And how? I am the only one in all of the wasteland with the skill and the guts to perform facial reconstruction, you know.
Yeah.
Look, you're different from all those other jerk-offs, so I'll make you a deal. You want a little nip-tuck here and there? I'll do it for you. I'll get to hone my skill, and you'll get the best surgeon around. The likelihood of death by infection at my hands is only... 35%, let's say. So, what do you want to look like?
Oh, wait, what? Okay, this isn't supposed to be happening. Oh, what can you do with the forehead? Ooh. Alright, that's enough. Do nothing. Oh, no. Wait, what? What? Hey. I see you doing the... Oh, look it.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Say, what are you doing here in the wrecked part of this ship?
I live here. It's where I do my work. And it's far away from Dr. Lee and all those other monkeys dressed up like scientists. You made it past my defenses, which proves you aren't a dummy. And you haven't killed me. So I suppose you aren't here to do that. I suppose you can hang around if you want. Just don't touch anything.
Alright. I have to go now.
Don't let your guard down.
Alright. Let me just do that. Let me steal book. And then let me just...
That's secure.
Oh, City Founders log. Oh, we found it. That was easy. Chip from that jerky Braun. Stanislaus Braun? Simulation. What the fuck? Yo, I didn't even know about that. Before picture, after picture.
Or for a reason.
So yeah, that was some very interesting foreshadowing we just saw, but unfortunately that is the end of our episode here. I'll sit in front of a broken TV and reminisce. Join me, Harkus. No, Sharon. Oh, that's embarrassing. Alright, you can look at me like that. It's been Boney McBonerton here. Have a good day now and goodbye. See you in the next episode. Oh, in the next episode, we're going to be finishing off all our affairs in Rivet City, talking to Harkness about his robosexuality, and going down and giving Miura, all that stuff we did. Goodbye.